Hey guys, good morning and welcome to a week in our life. I wanted to pick up and film this week just because it is a crazy busy week. There are a lot of early mornings and just a lot of stuff going on that I thought, why not film this week and just like show you what a not so average week in our lives look like. In the church, typically between August and January or August and December is like a really busy season where there's a lot going on, and then there's typically a break between like January and March, and then March to May can be pretty crazy. So we're just in this busy season where there's a lot going on. And so with that comes a lot of different things, a lot of flexibility. So I didn't pick up and film yesterday because I just didn't think about it. But then I woke up this morning, it's Tuesday, I woke up this morning and I was like, you know what, let's film this week because it's not an average week for us. And I film a lot of like videos where we literally do the same thing every video. And so I just thought, why not? But he's currently asleep. I'm hoping that I'll stay asleep until around like 7:30, and then we're gonna take him to daycare. But I have been up doing my devotions. I read Nehemiah. Is it Nehemiah or Nehemiah? I've heard both, but chapters 1 through 5. I'm about to journal prayer, and then I'm going to read a chapter in A Long Obedience in the Same Direction by Eugene Peterson. Look who woke up this morning. He woke up around 6:20. How's the morning, bub? How's it going? Hey friends, so it is much later. It is currently 1:20 p.m. and pasta, I forgot we had that. And just put him down for his nap, and I'm gonna eat some lunch and relax. I'm hoping he sleeps a good amount. Is this cloth or something, or am I missing? No. Hoping he sleeps a good amount. By good amount, I mean more than 30 minutes. I am hoping that while he's sleeping, I'm gonna be able to relax a little bit, and then I really want to get in another workout. I worked out yesterday for the first time in probably a week, and it felt really good. It was really hard. The instructor that I was following, she is the instructor for Nourish Move Love, which I love her channel, but she goes so fast that I can't always keep up. So I'm gonna look for something a little bit slower paced, maybe more strength training wise, and something that is more core and upper body. I do a lot of lower body and my legs are tired, so. But I guess I've learned that when it comes to taking care of your health and your fitness in terms of like working out, like you're going to be interrupted. That's gonna happen. Like there's no, I guess down the future there will be, but there's no like perfect time. And just like I was interrupted the last like 5 minutes of my workout, and it was fine because I was able to go back and finish it. And I've just been trying to learn that like consistency is key. Like no matter how long your workout lasts, as long as you're being consistent, like that is what's important. Even if it's going for a walk, or even if it's literally just like 10-15 minutes, that's what's important. But this little guy, yeah, this little guy is so ready to sit up. Like every time he's like slouched back like this, he always tries to like sit himself up, but he can't, obviously. Like he doesn't sit up on his own yet, and we're working on that head control and all that stuff. So ain't that right? Ain't that right? But I fed him around 2:30, and he'll probably go back down for a nap around 4. And he still is only sleeping 30 minutes at a time for his naps. The longest nap he has like ever taken is 3.5 hours. Yeah. He's sharing. But that's okay. He'll sleep for 30 minutes, and then I try and rock him back to sleep. Honestly, it never really works. Like he'll wake up like 10 minutes after I put him down. So Gentry just came home for a little bit, and little Gentry woke up 45 minutes later, so he's gonna see if he can like rock him back to sleep, or at least rock him for a while he sleeps. But while he does that, I'm gonna take a bath. Not gonna lie, I think I take a bath every single day. But yeah, so I'm gonna take a bath and just kind of rinse off the sweat and the crusties from the day. I don't have to wash my hair. Oh my gosh, look at all that. I don't have to wash my hair, just like my body and everything. But I'm gonna do that and then see what the rest of the day holds. Good morning, guys. It is September 11th. My voice is clearly doing something wonky, but I can't remember the first day this happened. I woke up at 5 a.m. and he's still asleep. I think Gentry had to wake up once with him last night, but other than that, like, he rocked him back to sleep and put him to bed. So I don't know what's going on, but the last few nights, he has only woken up once, and we've rocked him back to sleep, and then he'll sleep for the longest time. So I do think that he's gonna wake up. So I am almost completely ready. I'm just going to straighten my hair. After that last video, he did wake up, so I fed him, and he's back to sleep. However, I'm gonna have to wake him up in literally like 15 to 20 minutes because we have to leave, and I gotta get him dressed and ready. So typically when he wakes up like that, he will sleep until like anywhere between 7 and 8. So this is my outfit. This top is from Amazon. It's just like one of those like sweater vest things. These jeans, they are kind of like, this is what they look like. They have like bigger bottoms, I guess, and then this just like elastic waistband that goes across. I found these at TJ Maxx. I love them because they are stretchy for this postpartum body that is, I feel like, fluctuating in weight sometimes. So I love this. And then I'm gonna wear white sneakers with this outfit, and I just have on some pearls, but yeah, that's the fit. So I am currently home. I put him down for a nap around 12:30, and just hoping he stays asleep. Yeah, came home, ate some ramen, and I've just been watching the show Supernatural. I used to watch it back in high school, I believe, and it's been a really long time, and I have never even finished the show, so I've just been watching that. But I think once I'm done kind of relaxing, I'm going to do the dishes, and if I have some time, then I want to sit down and do just some more reading. I think I want to start editing this vlog because I know it's going to be a long one, but yeah, that's just kind of what I've been up to. So I'm gonna make some coffee, but first I'm gonna see how much creamer I have. We're like running out of like everything in our house. Like there's very little creamer in here, which I'm like, do I want to make coffee? We'll see. I think I'm gonna make coffee. So we are just snuggling on the couch. He had his first taste of an apple. I just let him lick it, and he really liked it. He actually got mad that I took it away from him. But soon enough, he'll be able to actually have real apples. Well, hey guys, and good morning. Welcome to the next day. It is Thursday, September 12th, and it is currently 5:31 in the morning. Even though the last like 3 nights were really good with sleep, last night was not really good with sleep. He woke up multiple times. I put him down right at 8:30. Like, he was fed a bottle, rocked him to sleep, went to bed at 8:30, and then he woke up at 9:30, and then I think he woke up 10:30, and then 11. And then finally at 11, Ginger was like, I'm just gonna bring him in the room with us. So that's what we did. And spend some time in the Word, drink this coffee, and get ready for the day. Oh, and we have to leave at like 7:45 because he has daycare at 8 o'clock. So in this morning's passage, I read Nehemiah chapters 6 through 9, and chapter 9 really stood out to me, and I just want to share just a few snippets on the next page. Verses 28 through 37 really stood out to me as well. And I'm going to read verse 28. It says, "But as soon as they were at rest, they again did what was evil in your sight. Then you abandoned them to the hand of their enemies, so that they ruled over them. And when they cried out to you again, you heard from heaven, and in your compassion you delivered them time after time." And then I'm going to read verse 31. It says, "But in your great mercy, you did not put an end to them or abandon them, for you are a gracious and merciful God." And then verse 33 says, "In all that has happened to us, you have remained righteous. You have acted faithfully while we acted wickedly." And just reading this whole passage just kind of reminded me of those relationships in our life that take work, or those relationships in our lives where we may have a friend or a family member or someone in our life who is not acting in a way that pleases God. And I know from experience, like, you go to that friend and you're like, hey, like, you know, this is the way that you should go. This is what the scripture says. This is what the Bible says. And they may do those things, but then eventually it kind of fades out. They stop doing those things. They stop pleasing God. And it becomes hard to have a relationship with that person. Or it may not even be like related. If you're not a Christian, it's probably not related to scripture, but you may have that friend that, like, you just, I don't know how to say it. They just take a lot more work, a lot more effort to be their friend. And it's just a reminder, this is just a reminder that even though we take a lot of work, we stray away from Him and we come back. We stray away from Him, we cry out to God, and we come back. Whatever it is, not 1 second does God say, I'm done with you. I am never going to come back for your cries for help. I am never going to, like, not once does God say that or do that. Instead, no matter how many times they cried out to Him, no matter how many times they repented, and no matter how many times they fell into sin, God always was there for them. God always was like, I am here for you and I will help you. And He might have been frustrated and just, I don't want to say confused, but frustrated, because He's like, look, I've told you this multiple times, like, this is the way that you guys should go. Do not depart from it. And yet every single choice that they made departed them from God, that separated them from God. But no matter how many times they were separated from God, God was always there. It says, and when they cried out to you again, you heard from heaven, and in your compassion, you delivered them time after time. And I don't know, it was just a reminder to me that whatever those friends or family members are, or coworkers, or whatever it is, just as God doesn't, we should not give up. guys, and good morning. Welcome to another day. It is Friday, and it is currently 7:20. Baby's asleep, Gentry's asleep. Typically, no matter what day it is, I'm typically up by 5 a.m. if not by 5:30. I don't really sleep in, honestly, but he woke up multiple times last night, so we did bring him in the room with us. These are blue light glasses, by the way. But he did wake up multiple times last night, so we brought him in with us, and then around 5 a.m. he was getting more fussy, so I fed him and then rocked him back to sleep, and he's been asleep for the last 2.5 hours. But I'm gonna wake him up around 8 o'clock and feed him and get him up for the day. This morning, we got invited to breakfast at one of our friends' houses, and that's around 8:30. So I'm kind of hoping we can walk there because they live right down the street from us. But I haven't looked outside yet, but the weather says that it is supposed to literally rain until maybe 11-12, so we may not get to walk, but that's okay. But yeah, I've just spent this morning honestly just sitting here, and I've been watching some vlogs on YouTube, autumn vlogs, get in the autumn spirit, all that stuff, and I love those videos so much. And so I've been doing that, and drinking water because we don't have any creamer or milk right now. So I typically, first thing when I wake up in the morning, I always have a cup of coffee right away, but we didn't. But we'll probably get coffee at our friend's house. So I just had a glass of water, and then I did eat a little something, just because it was super early in the morning. Hey friends, and welcome to another day. Everything that, all the clips that you saw this morning was from a fundraising race event that our church sponsored, or we were one of the sponsors. So we had to be there early this morning. But I didn't update you guys from, at least I don't believe I updated you guys from yesterday, but everything is good. We asked him about him spitting up a whole lot and being really gassy, and she said that she just thinks it's because because he's teething, he's having extra drool, and when he swallows that drool, it gets in his stomach, and the acidity of the drool can sometimes cause upset stomach and excessive spit up and stuff like that. So that was good answer to that, because she was like, if you haven't changed your diet or anything, then it's obviously not something you're eating, which I should still be weary of dairy products and not consuming too much of them in a day. But yeah, and then they took a look at his head, and she referred us to a clinic near us, because his head is kind of flat on one side, because he does prefer one side over the other. And so she just recommended that we go like get an assessment done, like pictures, x-rays, whatever they have to do. And she said he may qualify for a helmet, or they may just like do some therapy to help him, you know, go both ways and not just like one side. And then last night when we went to bed, it was a crazy night. He woke up coughing, and I was like, why is he coughing so much? Like, he typically does not do that. So I picked him up, and when I picked him up, he started gagging. So then I obviously like put him over my shoulder, started like slapping his back pretty much, and he projectile spit up everywhere, and it smelled so bad. And he was just, it was just not a good night. He hardly got any sleep last night between 1 and 5 a.m. So I'm hoping he's doing a little bit better today. He did feel more warm today. And he had like a low grade fever, which I'm not sure if that's just because he was outside in the sun this morning, or if like he legitimately has a fever. So yeah, but we're just watching him. I think I'm gonna clean his room when he wakes up, so that way I can get all the dust and nasties out of there, and so it's more of a breathable space. Not that it isn't breathable, just to like clean it extra, I guess. But I'm gonna start prepping dinner for tonight. In the crock pot, we're gonna do chicken and gnocchi soup, which I'm really excited for. So yeah. So as I'm editing this vlog, I'm realizing that this vlog is literally 30 minutes long. I don't know how people make a week in my life and not make it almost an hour long. But I'm just gonna end the vlog here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing a glimpse into my not so usual week in my life. And I will see you guys in the next video. I love you guys and thank you so much for watching. Bye.